What's going on, guys? I'm Brian.
I'm Mike.
And welcome to the Stub Club. We are continuing our countdown to Infinity War. And this week, we are giving you three reviews.
Rapid fire.
They're all rapid fire because I'm happy that Marvel put out.
But I'm kind of mad that they bumped the release of.
So we're giving you Spider-Man: Homecoming, Thor,
Black Panther,
and Black Panther, and then on the Friday, hopefully on the Friday or Saturday, whichever one it is, of the release of Avengers: Infinity War, we're going to be giving you that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
We're on top of our stuff, but unfortunately we couldn't do a complete countdown since they moved it up. We are. So this week we're talking about Spider-Man: Homecoming. Finally,
Marvel gets it back.
Marvel gets its favorite character back. Spider-Man has been described as Mickey Mouse, Bugs Bunny of Marvel Comics. It's the Superman of Marvel Comics.
Yeah, because he's so popular and everybody loves Spider-Man because it can relate to his story.
The kids love Spider-Man. Adults love Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man.
Dogs love Spider-Man.
That is true. And Spider-Pig.
Spider-Pig.
Spider-Pig. Spider-Pig.
That's whatever a Spider-Pig does.
So,
but anyways.
This movie stars the newest Spider-Man, Tom Holland, plays Peter Parker, Zendaya, who plays Michelle, who will reveal who she actually is later on. Has Robert Downey Jr. is in it. Was it Jon Favreau? Special appearance by one of the other guys, two of the other guys that you've seen in previous movies before. And of course, introducing the Vulture, Michael Keaton.
God.
I'm just gonna say it right now before we get into the plot. Best
Marvel
villain besides Loki.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He is such a good villain. He played Batman. Now he's the Vulture.
You know why he's the best, right?
Why?
Because he's the everyman. He gets up, goes to work, gets screwed over by the system, finds a way to take back from the system, and then he becomes a villain.
So that's basically like the villain's plot of this movie.
Yeah.
So it starts out actually at the end
Avengers 1.
Of Avengers 1. So New York hires this cleaning company, and it's run by Adrian Toomes, that's his name.
Yeah.
Who's not the Vulture just yet. But all of a sudden, Tony Stark brings in damage control. Mm-hmm. And they say, we're under this operation now, and you cannot touch any of this stuff. So they have to give up everything that they've taken, which is like the alien technology, some of Tony Stark's technology, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And what Damage Control didn't realize is that Adrian Toomes still had a little bit of the technology.
Yeah.
So what they do for the next next few years, they are selling these. What's it called?
Chitauri weapons.
They're selling these weapons that they make out of the Chitauri weapons.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good concept.
It is.
Because they finally show what
happened immediately after the Battle of New York.
How they clean up everything after New York. Which means that Damage Control has probably been in Sokovia. It's been in
since this one.
Yeah, it's probably everywhere, at least where Tony goes.
Yeah. Right.
So we met Peter Parker. We met Spider-Man in Civil War, but now we get to have a full-on movie with him, and I was actually really excited. So we're just gonna go into spoilers really fast. We don't see Uncle Ben. We don't see Uncle Ben die.
Good.
Which I'm really excited about.
I'm so glad they cut that. I can't stand to see him bleed out
I know,
again or die out on the street.
Have you seen the Twitter post of the real Uncle Ben?
Stop killing me, it hurts.
He's just like, stop shooting me, that hurts. And so there's that.
And lately, when they do the Uncle Ben death scene, it's more depressing.
Yeah.
Like, in the original Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, it was like, he gets shot because of something Spider-Man could have stopped.
Yeah, and then in the Amazing Spider-Man, so the thing that got me was that in the first Spider-Man, he has an entire crowd around him. Like everybody's like, "Oh my god, this guy just got shot." In the original Spider-Man or the Amazing Spider-Man, nobody's around Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Right.
Nobody cares except for Peter.
And in this one,
He's just out there.
they've gone past that. And
Which
he's already established as a character.
I'm happy about. I get why people are mad about it. Like, dude, I was mad. I was mad when I first heard that Peter Parker was going back to high school in this one. I was mad when I heard that Spider-Man was going back to high school. But I get it now.
Yeah.
Because they got this actor who is, in my opinion, the best Peter Parker. I know you disagree with it. I know you do.
I actually read an article that said the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man.
Wow.
I'm like, nah, fam, who dat? But then it explained it and it brought facts and proof and reference.
So
I'm like,
he
that
was the good Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like if you read the Ultimate comic books, not the ones that have Miles Morales in it right now. If you read the ones from like the 2000s and stuff like
where
that,
it's got the color on the side,
and you read those. That's what Andrew Garfield was. He was a good Ultimate Spider-Man. The Tobey Maguire one was like
animated Spider-Man,
original
from the 90s.
Spider-Man, animated Spider-Man, and a little bit of Ultimate in there too.
Yeah.
This one is classic 1960s, absolutely beautiful Spider-Man.
Yeah, especially the suit.
And because the reason why they have those now, right? The eyes that go like this now.
Deadpool.
Yes, that's the reason why. It's because of Deadpool. Because Deadpool did it really good.
Yeah, they did.
And so they're like, well, Spider-Man's eyes do that in the cartoons, the comic books. Let's have him do this in the movie, and I love it.
Oh, it works so good because
it's awesome.
He can't see. He's got vision problems.
So I actually had low hopes for this because we've seen the reboot of Spider-Man so many times. Because dude, they had a 1960s TV show. And it was terrible.
I still think the Japanese Spider-Man with
the giant robot Spider-Man. So I was afraid of this, but I think Tom Holland does it so well. I have to say he's the best Spider-Man.
I do like him, but I still will say Tobey Maguire.
You can have Tobey Maguire. Like in all honesty, you can have him. I liked him as Peter Parker. I liked him as Peter Parker. I cannot stand him as Spider-Man. He didn't have the jokes.
Yeah.
He really didn't. He was more of a serious Spider-Man. Which I did not enjoy. Like there's times when Spider-Man's supposed to be serious, but not all the time.
Like 80% of the time he's joking around, cracking jokes. And
then with the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, he doesn't take anything seriously at all until Gwen Stacy hits the ground. And her head
at the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, that's when he starts taking stuff seriously. Because like in the beginning of Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I actually liked this, he had his cell phone. I'm like, where's he keeping his cell phone? And the cell phone is da-na-na, da-na-na.
Oh, yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da. And so he picks up the cell phone. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But this one has a both. He's a serious Spider-Man because his whole motivation in this movie is he wants to be an Avenger. He wants to be part of the Avengers. But Tony doesn't want him to just yet. He wants him to grow. He wants him to be... He even says it. He wants him to stay lower to the ground. He wants you to be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah. That's a line in this movie. And I'm like...
one of my favorite lines.
Oh, I love that line. And the thing is, like, people, when this movie first came out, people were just like, oh, Iron Man's going to steal the show. He's not even in this movie that much.
He's probably got like 10 minutes total, because there's the scene at the beginning when they show the airport fight.
He does basically like a documentary of him going to Berlin to do this airport fight.
And he gets the suit.
and Happy's back. Happy Hogan from Iron Man's back in this, which is so funny. He's so good in this movie.
What are you wearing? I'm wearing my suit. That's not the suit. What are you talking about? The one in the case. What case? And he walks over. Oh my god, he opens it.
No, the best part was like, oh my god, this room's bigger? Because he's never been in a 5-star hotel. He just thought the bed was the bedroom.
When he opens the case that has the suit in it, I'm like, oh yeah.
Like, will you at least agree that this is the best looking Spider-Man costume?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
It is.
I
like it.
love this Spider-Man costume. If this was a Spider-Man costume that I got for the new Spider-Man game that's coming out, or like the comics and stuff like that, I'm sure they're going to have something in there. They have to. Because in all honesty, I don't like the Iron Spider costume in the new Infinity War.
You don't like it?
I don't really like. It looks cool, but I don't like it. I like this costume. I like that costume.
Well, maybe it'll be sweet in Infinity War.
It'll probably be cool, but as long as I don't have that stupid arms, those stupid 3 arms that come out, I'll be fine. Dude, I hate those arms. I hate those arms so much, dude.
You didn't see?
Are the arms in it?
Promo art got released, and he has the arms.
Wow, thanks for the spoiler alert.
Dude, we posted it to the page.
Did we? I don't remember that. Anyways,
But moving on.
So what's happening in this is that Homecoming's coming up. That's why they call it Homecoming. Another reason why they call it Homecoming is because this is Spider-Man's Homecoming to Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe at least. So what he's doing the entire movie, he's trying to impress Tony Stark. He's doing all this stuff. He keeps calling Happy throughout the entire movie to tell him like what he did through his day and stuff like that.
He keeps ignoring him.
Yeah, until one of the days he catches these guys and they're using this alien tech.
Yeah.
And it's probably one of the like coolest scenes, one of the funniest scenes because you see this dude across the street who's picking up the phone, calling 911, and Spider-Man is flying around the because they have this like anti-gravity gun thing, and they keep shooting Spider-Man with it. He's like, this feels really weird.
So they're robbing the bank.
So they're just so you just see money and Spider-Man just flying around like this.
Hey, wait a minute! You're not the Avengers.
Yeah, they're all wearing a Thor, Hulk, Captain America, and Iron Man mask. He's like, hey, wait a minute, you guys aren't the Avengers. Like Hulk, I thought you were bigger in person. And
so good. Oh man.
And I will say though, with Tom Holland's voice though, they have him be like whiny.
Yeah.
Like it gets overbearing, but he says he's doing this as a voice. That's not actually his voice.
Really?
They said like that's his voice. That's what he's doing as a teenager. When he gets older, it's when they're going to start doing stuff.
So would you rather have that, or would you rather have every 5 minutes, Mary Jane?
Yeah, oh my God, or the crying, just crying. So we're gonna skip a little bit. He goes to Washington D.C. That's where you see the big promo trailer stuff where he's gone to Washington Monument and stuff like that. Because this alien tech, if there's any radiation near it, it becomes a bomb.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And the girl that he's really fond into, the girl that, or his best friend, I don't remember, but Ned.
Ned. Yeah, it's Ned.
They're all in it, so he has to save everybody. And then Tony sees that, but there's this whole thing where Spider-Man's suit is still automated. Like, it still has voices in it, and he can still see stuff through his eyes. Just like Tony's can, so it's basically kind of like the Iron Spider suit. But in this, it's the training wheels protocol. Which means that all the stuff that he can do is not available to him, but they hack it.
For good reason.
And they can do it there, because there's instant kill mode, there's taser webs.
That's my favorite, instant kill.
And his eyes
help
go...
me do this, and then it's like, activate instant kill, and they get like really small and red.
And red.
Like, no.
He's just like, instant kill, I don't want to do that. And there's taser webs, there's rapid fire webs and stuff like that, so every time he goes like this, just... And then there's web grenades, and I love in one of those scenes, he just shoots the dude with the web grenade, just right to the wall. Like, they do a lot of stuff with webbing in this. Like, more stuff than they ever did. Like, the Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man series, or the Raimi Spider-Man. The Raimi Spider-Man, or the Amazing Spider-Man. They do a lot of stuff with webbing in this, because they actually make it like the comic book.
Yeah.
And I will say because now going to this part, he's on a boat, because we're skipping around a little bit, we gotta go a little bit fast. They're on this boat, he's looking for tombs and stuff like that. And there's one of those things again, the bomb. And it splits the boat in half.
And then we see the famous scene that they've used in almost every single Spider-Man movie.
Where he's going
where
like
there's
this.
two halves of one object, and there's people in danger. And what do we see? We see Spider-Man hanging in the middle with webs holding it all together. But in this one...
Tony comes in
because the web starts to break.
Yeah.
And people are going to die. Whereas in the other ones, it's like... Oh my God, he stopped the subway train from crashing.
Which was bull.
Yeah, that thing would have destroyed it.
So
this one, the web snap and the boat's about to sink with all these people.
There's a dude, because he's doing the stuff where he's trying to make it so that the boat's not going anywhere and it's still able to float. And the things like, you were 98% successful, and all the web starts snapping and stuff like that. So he's doing this. And there's this guy that goes, yeah, Spider-Man! And then
Iron
Stark comes in, and the suit's really cool in this because it's based off the Ultimate Universe.
Oh yeah.
So it has the yellow and red up here, but then it's like silver all the way down. So that's based off of the Ultimate Universe. Anyways, so they start pushing the boat together, and they start melting it together so that it stays together, and all you hear is Iron.
What a fair weather fan.
Oh, dude, it's so funny. So there's this whole thing. They make sure the boat's okay, and then Spider-Man's sitting on top of like a tower or something, and then Iron Man comes in.
But he thinks it's just the suit.
Yeah, because he originally saved Iron Man saved him too, but Tony wasn't in the suit. So here comes Iron Man, but Tony is in the suit.
You're in it.
Yeah,
He walks out,
and he takes Spider-Man's suit. He takes Spider-Man's suit away, and the big line is, Spider-Man goes, "I'm nothing without the suit." He's like, "Then you don't deserve it," and he takes it.
That's pretty much equivalent with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
But this hits you when he says it. You're like, oh.
Oh, it's brutal.
Oh.
So Peter's basically done being Spider-Man for a little bit after this.
Yeah.
He owns Spider-Man for a while. He gets asked out by the girl
This is my favorite part coming up.
to prom, and of course they go through this whole montage where he's getting the suit on. Of course, there's Hot Aunt May, and she's teaching him how to dance and stuff like that. Hot May.
She gets hotter as the movies progress.
It's funny. So Hot May finally he gets dropped off at Liz's house, which is the girl's name. So he knocks on the door, opens the door, and who's right there?
Adrian Toomes.
The Vulture.
Oh, man.
I saw this movie opening night, and all you hear is, "Oh!"
Was I with you for that?
No, you weren't with me for
No.
that one.
Because when I saw it, I was sitting in the theater, and my luck always has it, 3 rows down, it's this big old black lady, and I just love seeing movies like that. And as soon as you open the door, he's like, "Hey, you must be Peter." I hear, "Oh, hell no!" I'm like, I'm cracking up.
Oh no! So I'm watching the movie and this happens, and I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You could kind of see it coming because you're like, either like, okay, he knows who Peter is, and he got to the girl, and then he's like, "Hi, I'm Liz's dad," and I'm just like, "Oh!"
See what they did there?
I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Damn, they did it.
Oh, that was, boom, right to the chest. I'm like, "Whoa, that's shocking."
And then from that point on, the whole time you see him with Liz and her dad, it's like tense.
Oh, Peter's just looking at
And
him.
you just feel it, and you're like, he's gonna kill him, or there's gonna be a fight.
Peter's just the entire time, because they're supposed to be doing this whole homecoming thing. Gets her a corsage and stuff like that. She's like, "Is that a corsage?" She just was like, he just goes like this, like now you're putting it on like he's supposed to. They're taking pictures of him and Liz, and he's just staring at Michael Keaton. He's just like, just staring, and so the entire ride because they show almost the entire ride going to homecoming, because Toomes takes them, and
Hey, you look familiar.
yeah,
Have I seen you somewhere
he's
before?
like, "Your voice sounds familiar too," and he's just like, they're talking about the whole what's it called, the whole Washington thing, and he's basically calling Peter Parker's bluff, and there's this one thing where he's staring in the mirror at Parker, and he's just like, "Good thing your pal Spider-Man was there to save you, huh?" And Peter's just like,
Yeah.
so.
I love that scene.
Oh,
so.
dude, my heart! Everything talking about my heart's beating fast. So they get to homecoming. Liz goes inside, and Peter and
Why don't you run inside? I gotta talk to Peter for a minute.
yeah,
Okay.
he's got to talk. He grabs a gun
That was funny.
and he goes, "Listen, thank you for saving my daughter, but you keep meddling in my things.
I will kill you.
I will kill you and everybody that you love. I just saved your life. Why don't you thank me for it?" And Peter goes, "Thank you," and he gets out of the
You
car.
gonna show her a good time? Yeah.
Not a very good time though.
God.
And
Devils.
that was so tense. And Michael Keaton is the perfect fodder for her. He's so good.
He is.
So this whole thing's going. Peter goes in and he finally has this date with this girl that he's been dreaming over for years, and he leaves because he has to go stop the Vulture. He has to. This is the whole thing with Spider-Man. He can't have a normal life because of him being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So he runs out, actually, and what's really cool in this movie is that they actually have the Shocker in it, too.
Yes, but they don't say, like, he's the Shocker. He's like, yeah, I'm the Shocker. And it's like, what?
Yeah, they're just like, it's a stupid name. And they actually make the cuffs really cool, because originally he's supposed to go like this to make him go like this. It's really just one, and they get punched with it. So that was really cool.
So awesome.
That whole fight happens. He steals Flash Thompson's car, which is hilarious because Spider-Man can't even drive. So that was funny.
He has his buddy Ned pull up schematics on how to turn the headlights on. He's like, there's a stick on the left, turn it. He's like, okay, he turns it. The headlights.
He hits like 4 things. He's like hits like 4 boxes like at a time.
I don't know how to drive.
And so the whole thing with this final act is that Toomes is going to steal Iron Man's stuff, because they're moving all the Avengers stuff upstate to the newly revamped Avengers compound. So all this stuff is happening. They get this fight. There's a good fight, and it looks like Toomes is about to die, and Peter saves him.
Oh yeah.
You have to watch this movie because unfortunately we can't go that much into it.
It's so good though.
But he saves the Vulture, and he just webs them, and he writes a note, "Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man," and he's just sitting there watching people take care of it. So that was good enough to have Tony see him as like, you know what, you did good. You could be an Avenger now. He takes him. He shows him the Iron Spider suit, which is really cool.
I got so hyped up for that. I'm like, oh.
That was really cool. In all honesty, I didn't really like the suit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like the suit. It's cool. I don't like it though. I like that suit. But he goes, "I'm sorry. I want to be." You good?
What if they release the Iron Spider suit as the bonus suit in the Spider-Man game?
I mean, it'd be cool. But
Pretty dope.
so he goes, "Thank you, but I think I want to stay as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man." And basically, that's the end of it. There are two ending scenes. One is Toomes in jail, and he meets a guy who has a scorpion tattoo.
Matt Gargan.
Which means he's a Scorpion.
Now that could go one of two ways.
What?
It could go as Scorpion comes in, and then Scorpion finds a symbiote, like in the comic books.
Wait.
And he becomes a Venom or symbiote Scorpion or whatever it was, or he just gets a symbiote suit and becomes a Venom.
I don't think there's gonna be a Venom.
No, because Sony's doing that.
Venom's doing so, or Sony's doing Venom right now. And then the other one, so there's a whole thing in this movie where it's Captain America, and he's doing these.
This one.
He's doing these like school
PSAs.
These PSAs for everybody. Like, here's why you want to be fit and you want to be good in gym class. Here's why you're in detention and why you can do better. The final one
is one of those.
And here comes Captain America. Oh, we forgot to mention Pepper Potts is in this, and
oh yeah, that's right.
And Tony proposes to Pepper Potts. But anyways,
because Peter didn't want to be an Avenger.
Yeah.
Let's go Plan B. All right.
and Tony proposes. So, which is really cool. I actually do like Pepper Potts. I like Gwyneth Paltrow. But so here comes Captain America, and he goes, "Patience. You wait for a while, and nothing really happens." And then he's like, "How much more do I have to do with these?" And then just cuts.
So everyone out there was like, "Oh, damn!"
I was so mad. I'm like, "This is gonna be Infinity War." I'm like,
That's what I thought too. And then I'm like, we still have like 2 more movies to go, so we're good.
But so this movie, it's such a welcome, different movie than the other Spider-Mans.
Oh yeah.
The other Spider-Mans were so serious. Like seriously,
It's a menace.
Like really, like the only like non-serious parts about it in the Raimi movies were the villains.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Green Goblin was all over the place. Freaking William, what's his name?
William Dafoe.
William Dafoe is everywhere. Nobody really cared about Octopus, even though I really liked him.
I did too.
And then Venom was only in the movie for about 10 minutes.
Disappointment.
And
Sandman was in the movie for a lot. And then New Goblin.
It's just Spider-Man was super serious in that movie. In the Amazing Spider-Man movie, the only character time that you ever saw them actually get into character was when it was Gwen Stacy and Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cared about the villains, even though I actually did like the Lizard. Like, the Green Goblin was dumb. Nobody cared. Dude, nobody cared about Electro. Except for the one part where he goes, "Don't you know I'm Electro?" And he plays the Itsy Bitsy Spider on the giant, like, electric rods. But that's about it. And honestly, that's all I remember.
Oh, what about the Rhino?
I forgot about the Rhino.
The Rhino was in it for 2 minutes.
Since they were gonna do a Sinister Six movie, and now they're not because they're doing this.
Yeah.
This is such a welcome, different Spider-Man movie. It basically has
everything.
It has two villains in it, which is the Shocker. Nobody cares about the Shocker.
Yeah.
And the Vulture, who, in all honesty, I didn't think the Vulture was going to be that great of a villain, and this is one of the best villains.
I thought it was going to be lame, and then when I heard, like, rumors, the Vulture's suit and wings and all that are made out of Chitauri armor and weapons and stuff.
It looks heavy when he comes down. It looks like an actual, like, metal suit.
Yeah.
Like Iron Man stuff doesn't even look that heavy.
But he's, like, whipping it around like it's nobody's business.
But his stuff is just, he hits the ground, and it just, you can see the weight of all the wings. And he was awesome. And again, this Spider-Man is my favorite. I have to say this. Tom Holland is my favorite Spider-Man. He has the jokes and quips of everything. He can be serious when he needs to. He's a really good Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Like, an amazing Peter Parker.
Yeah.
I actually liked him more as Peter Parker than I did Spider-Man.
So, out of 5.
Oh, it's like 4.5. There was a couple parts of this movie where I got really bored with.
Yeah.
Like, I don't honestly, anytime when it's Tony comes in, kind of, really. I'm going to be honest with you. The only time when it wasn't boring when Tony came in was when he took the suit away.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, though, this is an awesome movie. 4.5 stubs.
4.5 stubs.
What would you give it?
It's not Tobey Maguire, so I'm giving it a 1.
What a joke.
I give it a 4.5.
All right,
it's one of my favorites of this movie universe.
Oh, yeah. So, stay tuned, guys, because we're going to be having Thor Ragnarok next, and then after that, Black Panther. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and also remember, go back to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We have that Yondu print for you if you want. If you want to get it, it's free, and from James Hoko Art. Trust me, these guys do amazing work.
I literally have this thing right over there, and I want to get it out of here.
Oh yeah, it's taking up too much space.
Yeah.
We already gave away the event. We're trying to get rid of this stuff. So everything's got to go.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys.
Liquidation. Stub Club liquidation's got to go.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves.